Hey, today I am going to be showing how I make smudge sticks out of sage. These are my white sage plants that I have in my garden. I've had them for about a year now, so they've gotten pretty big. This is not culinary sage, it's white sage, which is traditionally used in ceremonial purposes and what sage bundles are usually made out of. You can use culinary sage, but it's not quite the same. Um, so I'm just going around and picking off kind of the biggest leaves. This piece right here I'm cutting off, it's like kind of like a big shoot, so I usually don't pick off pieces with like a big stalk like that because they take longer to dry, but that was just kind of sticking up. So yeah, I go around and I pick up like the biggest leaves. I just cut them off at the base. I try to not pick off too much from each plant, so about once a week I'll go and I'll just pick off the biggest leaves I can find. Sorry if you hear my animals in the background. Yeah, so I just try and, that's a good size leaf right there. That's like perfect. So I pick off a little bit from each one until I have enough to make 1 or 2 bundles. And just collect them to let them dry for about a day or 2. Hey, so I'm going to be wrapping sage bundles today. This is the sage I picked a couple days ago. I like to let it sit until it gets kind of limp. You can wrap it up fresh, but you get more shrinkage that way. So I just had it hanging for like maybe 3 days in like a warm room. So I'm just kind of shaping it how I want it to be. And I have some cotton string here, just like a roll of it. You can use hemp twine or cotton darning thread. This is just like cotton twine. And I have just white sage in this one, but you could include like lavender or cedar or lemon balm, anything that smells really good. So I'm really just like really tight. You want it to be really tight, otherwise you get, when it shrinks, if it's not tight enough, this is like one of the first ones I did. See how loose that is? Like, you don't want that. You want it to stay really tight around it. So just kind of bunching it up. And then wrap it. Just sat for a little too long, so it's kind of dry. Usually I just let it sit for a day or 2, and this has been sitting for like almost 4 days, I think. So I just wrap one direction. All the way to the end. You want it to be pretty tight, like as tight as you can. And then the other direction, coming back down. and then tie it off. It's okay if it's like a little messy and you have pieces hanging off. It's okay. And then after it's wrapped, you want it to set for a little bit longer to really fully dry. And then cut the ends off. Okay. And you have a sage bundle like that. And it'll stay together and smell good and cleanse your spaces.